Hello, happy Friday, everybody. I wanted to come on quickly because I've mentioned in a couple of videos that I wanted to talk a bit more about the signing of my babies. There's sweet Tate. Tate has been signed because I'm still pondering this, and it was a subject that came up in one of the artist groups I belong to. They were talking about, they were asking first, I believe it started out, does everybody sign their work? And then they were asking about, well, if your work has been changed in any way, do you think it's good to sign your work, kind of thing. There was just this whole debate going on. And in another art group I belong to, somebody was talking about a baby that was for sale on a Facebook page. And again, this was a totally different group, but it exactly is the reason why I'm sure this topic has come up between artists. And I'm on the fence. I really, it's my work. I want to sign it just like any artist wants to sign their work. But because our art is, three-dimensional and, gets the clothes changed and hair, if they have rooted hair, the hair gets, brushed, combed, washed. And some people don't follow the care instructions. Some people use baby wipes on them, put powder, all over them and stuff. And so I'm going to show you this example, and before I show you, I want to preface it with saying the person that was selling this baby did not mention the original artist's name. So they weren't saying this is this artist's work and trying to sell it as that artist's work. The story is, and I believe she was the second owner of this baby. I could be wrong. Anyway, she purchased this. It's one of the twin kits. She purchased this baby, which had painted hair, and she wanted to fill it in and make it thicker. And then she realized she ruined it, so she decided to try wiping it off with, I can't remember if it was nail polish remover or acetone, but they're the same thing, but one is a little bit stronger. But anyway, she tried wiping it off and obviously ruined the original hair as well. So she was selling her for very inexpensive, but just basically kind of like as a boo-boo baby. But again, she was not putting the baby out there as the artist's work, but the artist it's on here because that was the whole point of the discussion was, does anybody recognize this name? And they wanted to make sure the artist, knew about this. But anyway, so I'm going to just show you the whole, I just don't want my whole computer in there. So here's the whole posting. So you can clearly see here, this is Yvonne Nather's work, and if you know anything about Yvonne Nather, she's very well known for her painted hair. This was the original painting of the baby, as was this. And then this is what the person did to the baby, these two. And then this was after she had wiped it off. So this is what I'm talking about. Even though this particular person was not saying it's an Yvonne Nather baby, it is. And so her name is forever on this baby, and you can even see down in this photo in the corner, you can see her signature, and then the year is 2015. So her name is forever on that baby, and obviously this is no longer her work. So if somebody doesn't know, and then the COA and no, not really the COA, but the birth certificate is sent with her as an Yvonne Nather baby, and I'm not saying this person's not disclosing it because obviously they were, but let's say 3 or 4 hands down the line, the birth certificate stays with her, but the information doesn't. That's what I'm wondering about. So I would love your input on this because I really am pondering this. I am very blessed. Most of my babies have stayed with their original mommies, but not all of them have. And so this is just something I wonder about, the benefits of signing your work. Or do you just sign the birth certificate and then that's your signature, and then, hope that if the baby is altered in some way like this, they don't send the birth certificate? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Let me show you quick. Oh, he's got a onesie on. Let me see. Does Anastasia have? Oh, Anastasia's here. She doesn't have a onesie on. I think she has her. I should have prepared. I mean, most of you know I have this little, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to take it all this off. I have a little iron-on of Kymberlee's Cocoon, and then I sign that. And, hi, sweetie Anastasia. I don't know. It is really something I'm pondering, because like when I see something like this is what gives me pause. This is what makes me, wonder the benefits of it. And again, if there's full disclosure that there have been alterations, that's fine. But like I said, this particular person who is selling her has fully disclosed. She was selling her very inexpensive. She has said, I've ruined the hair, you know, trying to strip it. I tried to fill it in. So there was no question of her integrity by any means. But my concern then is, as years go on, that baby gets, you know, say that baby, somebody purchased her because she was a great price. Somebody purchases her, and then they send the head off to either be rooted or repainted, and it doesn't go to Yvonne. Let's say it goes to somebody else. I did not even put my fairy lights on. That's what my concern is. So you can see from those photos that you had a beautiful head of painted hair, and if anybody has seen any of other Yvonne Nather's work, you know her hair painting is beautiful. And then that particular person thought it, I believe, if I remember right, because I didn't copy the verbiage, I just copied the photos. Look, Virginia, he's still loving his book. I believe she wanted to fill it in. She thought the hair was too thin. And then when she was filling it in, she realized it was getting too thick. And then she tried to strip it. So, again, nothing wrong with that per se. Of course, I would like, look at her looking up. I would like my work to never be touched by anybody else. But, I mean, that's not the reality in this reborn world I'm finding. But I just... Again, full disclosure, but as, you know, babies change hands once they've gone to the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever mommy, that's where you wonder, does any of that get lost in translation? You know, like the telephone game in school. By the time it gets to the 4th or 5th child, it's already changed, and by the time you get around the whole circle in the classroom, it's a whole different story. So that's what I wonder. And it's not so much the change that's the concern, it's the person believing that that is the original artist's work. I hope I'm expressing this correctly. That's what I'm trying to get just different thoughts on from different people. Thank you to everybody else who commented on my other video. There were some great comments about, you know, obviously artists don't want other people touching their work, and then some people talked about full disclosure being important, and yes, I agree with all of that, but as you can see now that I have an example to show you, you know, if you have any other ponderings than what you had in the last video, please do let me know. I am going to go. It is still early. It's just going on 5 o'clock, but my husband came home today around 1:30, and he was done for the day. So we are just going to have a lazy weekend. I rented us a few movies from Redbox, so we are just going to relax this evening and just enjoy our weekend together. As you can see, I've moved a couple of the girls around. Cammie's head is still upstairs, so I put her body away. I'm like, oh, I don't want her just body laying there headless. So be looking for Cammie soon. Monday I will be doing, I almost said his name because his mommy told me his name. I will be doing Tate's box packing on Monday. He will be leaving us, won't you, little man? Oh, bless him. Just the sweetest baby. I really wish my camera could get inside his mouth and show you the details. One of the most amazing internal mouths on a vinyl kit I've had. Harper had a great mouth, and Harper was his twin, so that could be why they both had amazing mouths. But I've had a few with open mouths. Anastasia has a beautiful open mouth. She's got a little, does she have a tongue in there? Yeah, she has a little tongue in there. It's amazing what some of these sculptors do. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to show y'all. Let me sit back down and pull it up on my screen. You know, as I've told you guys before, a kit has to, like, talk to me and say, I'm the one for you kind of thing. And I've been really on the fence because there are several nice kits out right now. Beautiful kits, some with really cool concepts. I can't recall if I've talked about any of them or all of them, but like Journey, that's come out by Laura Lee Eagles, that has the 3/4 torso, so the only fabric part of the body is like the genitalia area. Of course, the fabric has to go up into under the torso to attach the arms, but and it comes with a magnetic umbilical stump. And she's a beautiful baby, but there's something about her face. I just can't, I don't know. I don't love her. She's beautiful, and I love the concept. And I've thought about buying her for the concept and switching out the head. I know Laura Lee Eagles fans are gasping at me right now. But she's a beautiful baby, don't get me wrong. She looks like she was just born, and she's just about to cry. Like, literally just came into the world. And I don't know, that's not a moment for me that I want frozen. I don't know why. It just doesn't speak to me. And again, if you do a hybrid baby, the COA goes with the head. So if I were to change her, whatever head I used would be her baby. And I believe her pre-order ends today. I have not pre-ordered her. But she's beautiful. I guess I have till the end of today to decide. I'm really doing it last minute if I am. But I was finally happy to see the raw kit. I had seen the clay version, and then I've seen prototypes as some of the artists, as they've been working on them, have been posting pictures, and I got to see, you know, obviously when the kit went on pre-order, we could see all the prototype versions of her, but I don't know, ladies. Maybe I'll regret it and be hunting her down in a few months or a couple years, but we'll see. I'll go look at her again tonight before the night's out. Or maybe it's already cut off. I don't know if there was a daytime cutoff or not. And then Laura Tuzio Ross has a beautiful kit. Anthony, there's so many beautiful kits out there, but as I've said, I'm on a kit timeout. And for those of you who don't understand why I keep saying that, it's not that I'm naughty, and it's not that I have hundreds of kits. I don't have hundreds of kits. I probably have maybe 20 to 30 kits over there. But here in the U.S., at least, when you file taxes, you have to account for your rollover stock from last year. You also have to account for your expenditures for this year as well as your income. And so I found when I went on my stocking up kit year before last, when I did taxes, that was not a positive for me. So I really am trying to paint kits I have and be very particular about who I add to my stock. Not that I wouldn't love to add all the new kits, because there's so many beautiful kits, but I did see a kit last night, ladies, that I will have to get when it comes out. See, this is it. I have to save it for these moments. Andrea Arcello does some amazing things with babies. Tate is an Andrea Arcello. She's really amazing with like mouths and details and stuff. And I don't even think this kit has a name. Let me look. This is the clay version of her. And she portrays a pouting toddler on her tippy toes looking out the window. She wants to go outside, and she says she will be a vinyl doll kit, and she wanted feedback. So I have to show her to you, because if you've not seen her, so these are her legs. Let me think, if I click on it, I think you can see her feet. Look at the wrinkles on her ankles and her foot, like on point, like she's standing on her tippy toe. And look at this face. Ooh. Oh my word, I have to paint this baby. Big round eyes. And I know you're going to say, well, why do you want to freeze that sad moment in time? As a nanny, I've seen this over and over. Like, babies put at the window to tell me goodbye, and that's what I see. So that for me is like, I want that moment. It's such a beautiful kit to me. So this kit I will get. I don't know when she's coming out, but that kit I will get. So there will be exceptions to my kit timeout. Again, it's not that I'm naughty or have thousands of kits. It's really a tax reason more than anything. So anyway, that was a really long way of asking you to give me your opinion on the signing of babies, because it really is something I'm still pondering and trying to figure out. But, you know, I've talked with several artist friends. Some of them, as I said, they just sign the certificate, the birth certificate. I don't sign my birth certificate, actually. I write my name on there as the artist, but it's in print. It's not a signature. I do sign all my limbs and the head on the flange of the neck ring. I don't know, I just have always done that. So in the event the body got changed, and let's say somebody was selling my baby that they had changed the body out on and they had lost the birth certificate, then if the next person took the baby apart, they could at least see my signature. But again, and it's not my signature, I write Kymberlee's Cocoon in the year. I don't know, how important is that to collectors? Can collectors chime in and let me know how important it is to know who the original artist is? Because I've seen people's videos where they don't know who the artist is and they wish they knew. So I think knowing the artist is important. But it's that whole changing. If there was a way just to leave babies alone, I don't know. But I understand there are people who get a baby and it's perfect except for A, B, C, or just A or A, B or whatever. And if they just tweak those couple things, they would be happy. And it's not always easy to send back to the original artist. Maybe the original artist doesn't want to alter their work, or maybe the original artist is in another country and the shipping alone of even just like a head or whatever would be so costly. It's not cost effective. So, for those of you who have made changes to babies, if you were going to sell them, would you let the person know? Maybe the artists who are doing the tweaking, maybe there should be some sort of little certificate they send with that can be put with the COA and birth certificate stating, I worked on this baby and here's what I did, and like have a before and after photo. I mean, that's an idea. See, I'm thinking as I talk to you guys. But again, it would have to be a mass. That's actually something I might go suggest in that thread where we were talking about it, because if we can get all artists on board to do something like that, where each artist who let's say you got a baby who was bald and you added painted or rooted hair, maybe the person who did the hair could have a little card that says, I so-and-so rooted hair on this baby, and have the date and maybe a before and after photo. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask. Anyway, give me your thoughts, ladies. Anyway, it is Friday, and I hope everybody has a very, very blessed weekend. I will for sure be back Monday for Tate's box packing. And as I stated in my video yesterday, I do want to chime in on a couple tags. But as I said yesterday, that would be happening next week. So I don't know what day yet, but do stay tuned. And everybody have a very, very blessed weekend. And stay safe. And remember to find joy in everything you do. And if things in your life aren't going exactly how you want them to, or you're sad or upset or angry or scared about something, y'all know my solution is to pray. And find your joy and peace, ladies. And I can't make y'all pray, but you do what you got to do to find your joy. Please, ladies, find joy in your journey. And be blessed. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Hugs and blessing from Kymberlee's Cocoon. Bye-bye.